have something that I want to show you. This is a basket. Of course, I got it at the thrift store, but it's a nice sturdy basket. But what I want to show you is, in this basket, I've been keeping all my tags that I've made over the years. And I've been sorting through my stash and just looking at things and looking at what I have. And I thought I'd do a quick show and tell of the contents of this basket. What I took out of here was a project that I did using the fine line paint applicator glue resist pen. Of course, this is a paintbrush holder. Painted everything gold and did the resist design, and then painted black over the gold and then removed the resist. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Now in this basket I have some ATCs too, and I was in an ATC swap, and these are some that I did and some that I got in the swap. And the swap was ATC numbers. I think I did the number 1 because, of course, of the scissors. There's the 2, the 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here is the 6. 7, 8, 9. We did 9 of them, so that it would fit on one of those baseball card holders. I need to put that in one of them. Now I'm just going to go through these tags and talk about them really fast. Some of these you've seen. These were tags that I kept from a swap that I did with Crazy Island Family. This was actually done off of a drop paper. I don't use drop papers too much, but when I do, I actually do use them. And this was just a piece of graphic 45 scrapbook paper, the French country. This you saw recently in the Trash to Treasure. This was my shadow box tag. Oh my goodness, I have lots of tags here. I have some ATCs. This is a playing card ATC. The theme was daffodils. I have a little boy to match this. This was the front of the card, and then I cut it out and put foam dots and made a 3-dimensional, and then put daffodils there. This was another tag for Crazy Island Family swap. This was a tag book that I swapped that I was in several years ago with the art group. Like, I'm not a member of that group anymore. Isn't that fun? Just lots of fun things. I like to get these out and look at them every now and then. These were some more of my Crazy Island Family tag swaps. Then I did some ATCs. I'm going to open up one of them and show it to you. I did these. The theme that I chose was birds, and this is that plaid stained glass, but it's sort of like a plastic. And then I mounted the bird in between 2 pieces, and this is a gold leading, liquid leading. And then I used embroidery floss to make a little nest, and I put eggs down there. I've got several of these. I'm not going to take them all out of the package because they're hard to get out. And I swapped some out too. These were my keepers. fly like fly with your wings. Fly. A bird, you can't see the bird for the bow, but he's in there. He's hiding. I have a lot of tags that I've made over the years. I have fun making tags. I was into it really pretty heavy the last few years. This was just a fabric flower with a big old bow on the front. And I had a little sachet that I hung off of the bottom. And then I used a vintage picture and put lace and old flowers on it. This was from a costume book. This I actually put a belt buckle and put a ribbon through the belt buckle. I was just using scraps that I had. This was leftover. This is flocked scrapbook paper left over from a scrapbooking event that I went to. This was straw hats was the theme. I actually painted the straw hat on a textbook page, made a flower out of folded up paper. This is a scissors. This was actually a stamp that I cut out of a foam piece. Some more vintage photos. This is an actual needlework piece canvas in the back. I had fun making these tags. These were just for my own collection. I just made them whenever I had scraps, like what I'm doing at my arcade now, only I was making tags. I really like making the big old bows and putting all sorts of embellishments on them. This one's pretty simple. How did that happen? It's got one little lonely ribbon up here. This one was themed for writing. So I've got a dip pen point there, letter, and then U.S. seal linen writing paper. This was a winter scene with the moon and the glittery tree. I like this one a lot. Have it on both sides. This was quilled paper. I got this in a flea market box someplace. Decided to use it. And here's my scissors again. Stamped. Looks like it was stamped on some music paper. And it was a scrap, so I put it on a tag. This was a Halloween one. Some of these are pretty heavy. Not heavy, but bulky heavy. But they're fun. I think this was off of a Halloween card. Back is pretty plain. These were some crocheted decorations that I glued with starch. Just made a little decorative Halloween hanger on there. This one is so fun because out of that book of costumes, it was telling about how men in the 1800s, some men would wear earrings. And I put, grandfather, did you wear those earrings? And then I found this old eagle pin that I thought was very colonial in nature. And this is a picture of a man with an earring. Pirates wore earrings. This is a very masculine themed tag. And this was where I used some glossy accents for the apple. And it was just letters here. I did this with modeling paste. Only God can count the number of apples in a seed. That was for swap. Winter whites. This was for a swap too. This is, we had a challenge. But, oh, it was 11-11-11. That was it. It was the 11-11-11 themed, and I did 7 of them. See, and then off of my tape, my graphic 45 tape, I cut the numbers out. And then these are scissor die cuts that I made. So here's 1, here's 2, and then I just embellished it, made a little tag book out of it. 3, little scissors there. Each one of these tags has the scissors on it. 4, little pencils. This was an earring, and I cut the bent shank off and glued it on my tag. 5, lace, and looks like that scissor blade got bent. 6, this was a pin. This is a metal embellishment. I really like that one. And then 7. And this is another metal embellishment. I put an M in there for Mary. That was fun. This is my other little boy daffodil. He's not as fancy as the little girl one. You see, the boy is on the back, and then I put foam dots on the back and made him dimensional. Here was a fall leaf ATC. It's in a postcard swap. I got some fabric postcards here from various art groups. This one was fun because it was a masking tape, and when I received the postcard, there was masking tape on the card, and it actually went through the mail, and I pulled the masking tape off to see the bird on the scissors. Runs with scissors. Those are fun. Just a nice basket of tags. This one I did myself. This was another one of my scrap tags. This was one of those big house numbers. It's metal. It's like a brass house number, and I painted it with vintage paints and glazed it. It's a number 4. Don't ask me why I put 420 or 240, but I did. Just for the fun of it, I think. I made this tag one afternoon when I was doing a scrap at Archivers. Just wanted something to do, so I made a tag. This one too. These tags were actually made out of a needlework piece that I didn't like, the needlework piece. It was an old goose or something. And I made an autumn tags out of it. Colored it, discolored it, and distressed it, and made them, really turned out nice. So it's autumn themes. I have more. This one was a tag with a image transfer that I was experimenting with. I really like that one. There's one on the back here. These are the smaller tags. This is just a gold tag, nothing on it. This is another, I didn't do an image transfer, but I had some photocopy paper. This was some glitter glue on a tag just to get the background. This is a patriotic one. This is a paint chip, and I glued a piece of a ribbon, patriotic ribbon that I cut into the shape of a heart and did a little basket stitch around it. It's another tag that just made from scraps that I had around. This is not mine. This is one I received in a swap. This one's mine. Some cinnamon sticks that I had for Christmas, and a piece of velvet, and just some scrap floss. Here I drew a creamer, a pewter creamer. Put an old crown embellishment on it with the ribbon. What I'm looking for is a blessing that's not in disguise. That's just, I got this in a swap, just a piece of paper. This one I made. These are fun just to go through. Whoops. This one's not finished, but I just put a piece of quilted fabric on the back. And then on the back of here is some pattern paper. This one was just a cameo type thing. I'm almost done here. It's a fun going through these. It's another leaf ATC that I made. That's just a product tag. More ATCs in here. This is a coffee teaspoon that one of my friends gave me. Probably got it at a garage sale. The scissors and fall leaves. These were from my fall leaf ATC swap. I should be making more of these. Maybe I will start making more. I don't think I showed you this one. Look, I did not show you these. These I made out of acetate. And it's got alcohol ink in there. I don't know if you can see how transparent they are. They were really fun to make. So you can see my hand underneath of this one. I think I swapped some of these out. So you can see how fun it is to have a basket full of tags. I like to get these out every now and then and look at them. I'm in the show and tell mood this week. I think it's because I've been going through my stash. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next page.